That's the movie.
What do you mean that's the movie?
Aren't you excited about this? What does this say to your soul?
It says something to my soul.
Does it creep up on your soul in a good way?
It's creepy, that's for sure.
We're gonna take these hats, okay? Make America Great Again. We're gonna wear them. And you and me, we're gonna walk down Hollywood Boulevard. That's the movie.
It's gotta be crazy. I'm not gonna wear that.
No.
I don't want anything.
It's a good movie.
How is it a good movie? What's good about what are you talking about?
Are you serious? You asked me to make a movie. This is the movie.
Yeah, I asked you. I wanted to make a movie, like a normal movie, like a comedy or something, like.
Oh, like the Jetsons? You'd rather
Like
do a live action Jetsons or
Flintstones
something? Dude, this is a real movie, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna wear these hats and we're gonna walk down Hollywood Boulevard and it's gonna be fucking great.
I'm not gonna walk down Hollywood Boulevard wearing one of those hats.
Two apple, take one, Mark.
There's Andy with the camera. Andy, can you show Aaron? Look at Aaron. You know? There he is. What's up, Aaron?
What's up?
See? Aaron cares about the film. He doesn't even like Trump. He fucking hates Trump, but he's here.
Fuck that guy.
See?
So this is just you wanting me to do something stupid again for one of your films. Like you always have me do something stupid for your films.
I'm not even the sound guy. I don't even know. What's your name?
Tom.
See? Tom. Tom, you like this idea, right? It's a good movie.
People are gonna hate me when they see this.
They're not
gonna
gonna
out
hate
of
you.
context. They're gonna think I'm a shitty person, a shitty Zen teacher. Nobody's gonna buy my books. Nobody's gonna like me anymore. I'm not gonna do this.
Andy hates Trump. Andy was like protesting. He was like crying in his bed for when the election happened. But he's here because he knows that. Okay, maybe he wasn't crying in his bed, but he was upset.
To me, it just becomes even more of the story. It's like, so you had this idea of what you were going to do. You did it. It did not turn out that way. So what the fuck do we do now? And this is exactly what America is doing to make itself great again. It had this idea. It went with it. It ended up with this incredibly strange consequence. And now it's like, what the fuck do we do with it now?
Two Baker, take one, Mark.
Getting sound.
We're just gonna do the same lines. We're gonna do the same lines and then go to something else. All right. You good, Andy? Okay. All right. Shouldn't we start from over here?
All right, that's when we did start from the steps, but I gotta be on your.
Okay.
I gotta be on your right.
Okay. Go ahead.
This is a stupid fucking movie.
It's not a stupid movie. You know, I talked to that Serbian film critic, and he said that he thinks this movie's a great idea because it's just the right amount of provocative.
A guy from Serbia said that.
Yeah. He also said, "You got to make this movie. It's a great movie." You know.
Well, I told you this for the first time when we spoke immediately after you showed me this footage. Mm-hmm. It's not that bad. And you were the one who were always saying, "No, it's going to be a disaster," and so on and so on. But this is quite a good footage.
He said it in that accent.
Sort of.
What did Alexandra say?
That's a terrible idea for a movie, dude. What are you thinking?
That's forget it. Forget it.
No, dude, come on. We've already started. You said you'd give me 20 minutes to see if I could convince you, so let me convince you, all right?
We're gonna get killed.
We're not gonna get killed, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
Charles.
Charles, the stunt coordinator
That's
guy.
right.
Sorry, pal.
I don't want to get some hits.
The stunt coordinator. Because you know what? He basically is gonna meet us there, and he's gonna have like a vest or something, or mace, or who knows, and maybe a gun.
So he's
gonna protect us.
He's gonna be like our bodyguard.
Yeah, he's like our escort. Dude, everybody's gonna know this is fake. I mean, look, we got this camera in front of us, we got a sound guy over there. When they see us walking down with all this getup, they'll be like, yeah, this is a movie, we'll be fine, dude.
You sure Charles is gonna be there?
I'm sure Charles is, well, let's hope Charles is gonna be there. I mean, we're supposed to be there. I hope so.
I hope so.
So basically, I talked to Christina, and she said, "Well, you have another." She's a producer and filmmaker in Berlin, and then she said you have another problem with the film, which is that it could potentially be seen as pro-Trump because
I agree with it.
it's across the
This is scene 3, take 1. Mark.
Yeah, it wasn't KKK. Charles Lindbergh and a lot of people in the 1940s had that "Make America Great Again," or that like America First is that idea. "Make America Great Again," I think, was used in trying to remember whose presidential campaign it was. So yes, it has very white nationalist, very white supremacist roots. Like that's, you can't separate the two. So I agree with her on that. That as a film, when you first shared it with me, and you talked about what you plan on doing, my concern was the movie was coming off as pro-Trump.
Hey, is your camera on, Brad?
Maybe.
Can you see Nemanja?
Yeah.
No,
Hi.
but I clicked the button for camera on. I don't see any image. But
You don't see any image? We see you.
I don't see an image of me, so I don't see an image of Nemanja or me. So
You only see me?
if you want to show other participants' video, say yes.
Say yes.
So in relation to what we were talking about
Okay. So basically, I talked to Aaron for 2 hours. He criticized the film, and he said that the "Make America Great" hat again is equivalent to Confederate flag, KKK, putting on the hood.
MAGA, "Make America Great Again," is too steeped in white nationalism and white supremacy to be recovered.
Charles is here.
Yeah, I see him, but
After that, Aaron started talking about my films in general, that not everybody understands my kind of filmmaking. And so if we're really going to make film great again, isn't something like the Fast and Furious franchise, which is a spoon-fed kind of thing, and 90% of the films are this spoon-fed kind of film, who's to say that's not great?
There's a reason why that formula works. There's a reason why films are the ones that make the money, are what they are. There's a reason for it, and it's because this is what people want this. So I don't fault the people for wanting that. That's what they want. So it's a matter of us finding like
Charles.
and in between and whatever, finding our own little audience.
See?
What's up there, brother?
I told you it was going to work. He's here.
How are you? Good
He
morning.
saved the day. Everything's going to be fine. You don't need to worry about anything.
I don't know about that.
We're gonna be all right, right?
Yeah, it's going to be totally fine.
Boys
dude.
are back in town making a movie.
That's it. And look at him. Who's got the vest? We're going to be prepared. Everything's going to be okay. Because it's consumerism, right? You were saying, Nemanja?
yeah.
And then Nemanja has 2 stories to support that, and then Brad will speak.
Okay,
Nemanja.
so first one is related to Star Wars. Because I remember from the encyclopedia of science fiction that I was reading as I was a kid, it says about the commercial tagline for Star Wars. It was a comparison with Kubrick's Odyssey. And it said Kubrick's Odyssey had 30 new special effects. We have 300. Which was the implication, okay, Star Wars is 10 times better. But it's not. Because if it is not with a meaning in the whole film, that, why? What's the purpose? What's the purpose if it is not just to show we can do it?
Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is it. So,
Wait, what is that?
Second thing is for my own life. You know that I was translating the book, One Show's book, Book of Fragments, which is, important philosophical work of 20th century. So, yesterday I was also tired because I managed to sell it. So,
congratulations.
Sign a contract. So, I spent a year and a half with that friend of mine translating it. what we will get, and this is considered as a good price in Serbia.
A year and a half.
We get year and a half of dedication to a book, 750 euros.
No.
Divided in two. Because the two of us translated it.
Okay.
Second thing that comes to this is also who's going to read this?
This is what Aaron was critiquing. Who's going to watch my movie to make it great again?
My answer. I know the answer. Nobody is going to read this. Here in Serbia, the reception of Blanchot does not exist. However, what this book brings is just a completely new understanding of thinking somewhere between literature and philosophy and all this. And if you translate it, and if you put it, maybe you open a possibility that someday someone will pick up on this. If you don't do it, nobody's going to pick up on this. There is not even a chance of doing it.
We're going to wear these hats and then walk down Hollywood Boulevard right there.
We're not prepared for that. This is not. You cannot wear this.
See? This is what I told you. See?
What do you mean we can't wear this? Is this a problem?
This is like way more attention than you want, right?
Do you have any response to this, Brad? Any thoughts?
Yeah, I suppose the first thought I have is I dedicated a lot of my life to Dogen, and the more I learn about Dogen, the more I realize that he's exactly what Nemanja is kind of talking about. He was writing 800 years ago in Japan to 10 people may have read it. I don't know, but 800 years later, lots of people are reading it. So he produced something that was important, but it took hundreds of years before the thing became popular. So I think there's a value to doing work that is not accepted at the time that you're doing it.
Charles, we're trying to make something controversial so that people actually watch it, that people, think about things. I already went through all this with Brad. I'm not going to go through it all again with you.
Like if you want attention, like you light a birthday cake. This is like putting napalm on a lit birthday cake. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is not the kind of heat you want.
See? We're going to get killed.
We're not going to get killed. Everything's going to be fine. Look, you could probably call somebody else to help us out, right, if anything happens. Like, you must know some friends. How about this? Dude, how about this? We just walk like 20 feet. Just 20. All we need is 20 feet with this and the film is done. Because the whole point of the film is that...
All right. I'm going to make some calls.
Oh, okay.
I'm still waiting for your great party film.
Oh. What does this mean? Like Project X?
Yes.
I wanted to make a Cheech and Chong film. I keep telling him we should make it like a Cheech and Chong or one of those kind of movies with just idiot characters doing stupid things for an hour.
I don't mind that at all. I love all kinds of cinema. So it doesn't mean that if we were making this film and Brad and I shot it and we knew our lines really well and Andy got the right camera and Aaron actually woke up on time and looked at the storyboard. If all those things had coalesced in the right way and we had more time to shoot, I think I don't know if I would put this other layer on it. But somehow it feels like this other layer is necessary. And I can't explain it. I cannot explain what I do. I have no idea. I have no idea how I made Blush. I have no idea why the zombie film worked out. I have no idea how shoplifting came together and that we actually survived that experience, Brad. I really don't know what's going on, I don't know. So I don't know how to make film great again. I don't know.
You want to do this?
I want to do it. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to be good, dude. It's like old times, man.
Good.
All right.
You know what? Old times, I'll just say this.
Yeah.
I loved the old times.
Yeah.
In the old times, we were like a half hour above Victorville, in the middle of freaking nowhere in a desert and no one cared. This is quite a different entity.
I do understand
know that, right?
I do understand that.
Okay.
But if we just do 20 feet, it should be okay.
20 feet.
Come on. Dude, do you know how long I had to convince Brad to actually do this as Zen Master? It was fucking forever.
Right. Well, he's got his own. People look at Brad and they don't worry about him harming them. You somehow go through life without people think you're cuddly. But me, right? Me and all this shit, they think I'm some kind of threat, and that's what I'm trying to deal with here. I don't want to call more attention to you and have you get your production squashed. Okay? So I'll look a lot more low key, and we'll get this done.
Oh, I thought you would have to do more high key.
That's the problem. See, we could put on these level 2 ballistic vests, but that only stops a 9mm round. For the kind of shit you're asking for, I'd rather we be dressed light so we can haul ass if we have to. All right?
Okay.
Yeah?
I don't know how to make this film great. The idea of great itself is absurd to me.
Yeah. This is why I, again bring this idea of a question mark in the title. Because of this, I don't know that you emphasized in what you were speaking previously.
But the main problem that I don't like about the question mark isn't the concept or idea behind it. It's that question marks are so ugly.
What you need is like those old horror films in the 50s where they would have the end and then wait like a second and then a question mark comes up.
It's just 10 feet, dude. You ready?